everyone, welcome to today's video. My name is Su Patel and I am all about helping people create more joy, more love, more abundance in their lives so that they can live their best lives. So thank you so much for being here today. Today's topic is all about two primary emotions, which are love and fear. And how do you become more emotionally intelligent to understand your emotions and really get that there's actually only two real emotions, and how can you manage them so that you can create more balance in your life rather than, the volatility that you're often going through. All right. So stick with the conversation and let's get right into it. Most people experience so many emotions, right? They're angry, they're upset, they're frustrated, they're anxious, they're worried, they're sad, or they're happy, they're excited, they've got loads and loads of emotions out there. I don't know how many emotions that we have created in language out there. I'm sure there's hundreds of thousands, all right? But the primary two emotions are love and fear. Now, why is that? If you look this up on the internet, or you can read about it everywhere, right? Is that often all the emotions that we're experiencing is all related to a fear. Okay, so let's look at fear first of all. We are often sad because we're fearing, what's going to happen to us because of this sad situation. We're often worried because we're scared of what might happen. We're often anxious because we're scared of what might happen. We're depressed because we're scared of whatever happened in the past happening again, and we just don't want to move from this position that we're in right now. Like, we want to hold on to that deep sadness, that deep depression, because we're scared of experiencing those same emotions again. All right, we're frustrated because we're scared of something going wrong. Okay, so can you see that all the emotions that you experience come from a deep-rooted fear of something going wrong, or something that has gone wrong that we don't want to experience again in the future? Okay, so it's a fear. Now, what is fear? Fear is false evidence appearing real. All right, it's not reality. It's something that we made up to create that's our reality. Okay, but it's all made up. Okay, so how can you start focusing on or how can you balance yourself to come out of these emotions a lot faster? And I was talking to my daughter about this recently, and she's in her teenage years, and actually really learning how to navigate through her emotions. She's going through things that she's never experienced before, and really learning how to navigate her way through her emotions. And it was her actually that when we started doing this exercise around love and fear, that she started to say, gosh, all of these emotions I'm experiencing because I'm scared of what might happen, of what could happen, or in the future. And really, really insightful for her. But she had a bit of an aha moment through that. Now, how do you then balance yourself? Look, we're all going to have these emotions. There's no getting away from that. The point is that we don't live in those emotions for too long, because when we live in those emotions for too long, they become a habitual way of being. Okay, so if you're somebody who's regularly angry, the anger becomes a habit or a part of you, or the way that you're going to be in the world. If you become someone who's always depressed or anxious, like that will just become habitual, and you will become somebody who is depressed or anxious. If you're worried all the time, you will become somebody who is known to just worry. And all these emotions become habits of our ways of being in the world, all right? Like, they show up in our conversations, they show up when you're relating to people, they show up in your, in your career, in your finances, in your health. They all have an impact on, like, your emotions have an impact on everything in your life, all right? Your success, whether you're successful or not, like, they will show up in your results, how you manage your emotions. Okay, so what can you do to really help yourself regulate that? Is that often fear is an action from a thought that we have had, right? So the anxious thoughts, the anxious feelings, all of these feelings that we have come from the thought that we had in our mind. All right. And we're living from a very rational point of view, which is from our mind. Like these thoughts just keep escalating and expanding and growing in our mind. Okay. Now, in that moment, you're not looking to try and come out of it, right? Because you just want to be in that pit of despair or fear, right? Because that's what's helping you right now. It's important to really express your emotions and not bottle things up, but it's about how do you communicate to somebody, okay, I'm experiencing this feeling right now, so being able to express your feelings and speak to somebody is a great way for you to let those emotions come out of you. Okay, crying is not a bad thing. All right, crying can really help you let go of your emotions and release what's been there. Right now, often people try to avoid showing their emotions because they don't want to be seen as weak. They don't want to be putting on other people. They don't want to be a burden on somebody else. But actually, you're actually going to help the people around you when you are showing your emotions. Okay, because they're going to be able to contribute to you. They're going to be able to be there for you, create deeper connections, deeper friendships. And also, we all want to help each other out, right? You could be there for them sometimes, they can be there for you. So don't bottle your emotions. Make sure you express them, and you express them in any way you can, because emotions that are not expressed all get trapped inside of your body, and then they show up in dis-ease within your body as well. So you don't want to get to that place. Now, my point is in today's video is that, actually every single emotion that you're going through comes from you being fearful. Okay, all the negative emotions, but you being fearful of something's going to happen in the future. So what I want to really just suggest to you is that number one is express the emotion and let it go, and speak to somebody and let it go, feel it, and then let it go. All right. And the way to let that go is to really ground yourself in this moment. Okay. Because the only other emotion that will really help you balance yourself out is love. So love can be expressed or felt when you tap into your heart. Okay, so the fear is coming from your mind because the thoughts are going round and round, and they're rationalizing and they're expanding in your mind, right? It's creating something bigger in your mind. But love, is experienced in your heart, and that's love for you. That's love for the people around you. That's love for your situation. That's love for you choosing where you are right now, and that everything is exactly how it needs to be. Because in this moment, there's never really ever anything wrong. Okay, so having love for the moment right now, when you come out of that subconscious or that unconscious state of fear, because fear is an unconscious state, whereas love is a very conscious state. And consciousness can really help you get back into this moment, to back into your heart and experience love for you, love for your situation, love for where you are right now. Okay, so try that exercise out, and try that exercise out more and more. So really notice your emotions, notice what you're fearful of. Often writing down all the things that you're fearful of can really help you. But really tapping into an emotion of love, tapping into that in this moment will take you out of your negative state and help you move forward once you've obviously dealt with and expressed your, the negative emotions that you've experienced. Okay, so try that out, and let love become the habit of your way of being, rather than the anxiousness, the worry, the upset, or the anger. All right, let love be, love, kindness, joy become your habitual way of being, so that you can then practice more of that and see that, externally, the world is a mirror, right? It's a mirror of who we are. Okay, so you can create any state that you want from your thoughts and your emotions. Okay, so take that on. I hope you got something out of this video today, in that, you can really be more in practice, being more of somebody who's love than more of somebody who's in fear. Okay, have a practice and keep noticing, and keep coming back into love. tapping into your heart space and creating more joy, more love, and more abundance in your life. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you got something out of what I've shared with you today. If you have, please do like and subscribe so that we can reach more viewers and really help more people. And if you want more content, please do connect to my LinkedIn page, and the link of that is below. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video.